Okay, this is September 3rd, 2011, and this is the finishing of the leaf cane kai pendant. Now, while the other videos were being processed and uploaded, I put what leaves I had, like the larger ones, I put the larger ones like over the Natasha bead in the back and along the bottom. And I wanted to show you how I deal with gaps. Like when I put these down, there were like these gaps here. Oop, right here and right here. And what I do is I lift up the leaves where there's gaps, so I can have like room to move around. And I wrap the stem of the leaf around the tip of the clay shaper. Okay. And I usually am looking at it straight on instead of like doing this in the camera. And then I go underneath. Yikes! Stay. Okay, let's try that again. I go underneath the leaves to fill in the gap. And then I keep on doing that until those gaps are filled in. You can put in as many or as little leaves as you desire. I have a tendency to want to fill in all the spaces. Like there's a space right here, you know, so even though this one's tacked down, you can go, you lift it up, pick it up out the way, take a leaf, and go in, fill in the gap. Okay. Then what I was doing with the leaves that are on the very edge, so I just was tucking them over to the other side, like that. So they're not sticking out. If they were sticking out, like these are kind of sticking out along the edge, they would catch on your clothing, because this is a pendant, and we don't want it to be catching on your clothing and snagging, and then the tips fall off and somebody ends up crying. Okay. So that's leaf shape, leaf cane kai pendant with eyeballs surrounded with leaves. And I just wanted to show you the beads that I made off camera. These are Natasha beads that I just put, because like you can see, since you can see the tops of the Natasha beads when you put them next to, doesn't look like a kebab. Now I'm hungry. But if you put it next to a round bead, you can see the top of the square Natashas, and they're usually crappy. So rather than have crappy ends, you can always just take your sandwich sheet that you made and refer. If you don't know what the sandwich sheet is, then you haven't been watching these videos in order. It's green, pearl green as a sandwich, and it was used to make the veins between the sections of the leaf, and down the center of the leaf is made with a sandwich, a ribbon. So you can use that to top off your Natasha beads. Okay, so I made some round ones, and I made some square ones. I made some bicone ones, and I made some hella big round ones. And what else do we have? Oh, I think that's about it. If I have stuff left over, if I have beads left over, like I have too many or something, then I also have a chop and toss cane that I made from the three cane chop. That was also from an earlier video. It was a face cane of clay chick that I had made, the 5 Acres of Fear cane, and the leaf cane leftovers. So these beads are going to go with this pendant. And when someone says, "Oh, how do I know if I'm making enough beads?" Well, you figure your head is around. You measure your head. Let's say your head is like 22 inches. Okay, this is from here to here on my hand is 7 inches. Okay, measure parts of your body that you can use to eyeball things. I know if I can go like this from one bead to the next, that's 7 inches worth of beads. If I can do that 3 times, I have more than 21 inches. So here's lift it up a tiny bit. Here we go. Here's 7 inches worth of beads. One hand width. Here's 7 inches worth of beads. So we got 14 inches. Right? So this is 7. So we've got 21 inches, and then we got this much. So from here to here is 1 inch. On me. Measure your own body and figure it out. So if this is 7, goes to here, we go. That was 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 inches worth of beads is enough to get around my head without having to use a clasp. And so I'm gonna cure these. Oops, let's put it back down here like this. I'm gonna cure these, and then we're gonna be done with this particular color run. And people at City of Clay can put in their requests for the next thing. I was thinking of doing a kaleidoscope, or I was thinking of doing some flowers. You guys can, you know, yell out your short order at City of Clay at Yahoo groups. And so there it is. And it's like 8 minutes. It's short.